This is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, check out part 1. And today I'm going over the bridge route. In this particular raid, I ended up getting this spawn right here. Okay, so we got this spawn again. Hopefully the rogue boss is at the chalet, because then we don't have to deal with him. So if you are a USEC and if you haven't engaged the rogues for 3 raids or something like that, 3 or 4 raids, they'll shoot at you like scaps. So you can get in there pretty close to them and they won't worry about you, so you can do some of those tasks. But obviously the ones where you have to get in the buildings or around the buildings or whatever, you might have to engage in the road. So you can just go around that pipe right there, be safe. Hopefully the rogue boss is not here. They were last time. Just go around this pipe, make sure you have full stam. And then, yeah. I ended up dying in the other raid, so I just want to show you guys some of the routes after without the other rogues. So when you're looking through this, yeah, just make sure that there's no rogues over here, and then you can come over here, and then you can kind of check over here too, and make sure there's no rogues in there. There's usually 1 and 2 or 2 in this building. If you want to skip those rogues, you can actually go around, and as long as you hug those rocks, you can go up to where the mountain position is, where you run down, and I'll show more about that in the next video, but for this one I'm not going to show it. So going through these buildings, there's usually rogues either on the ground right here or in these rafters as well, and then they can be in these corners, the left and right, up here, up there, and then just down along the sides. That's usually where they'll be. So when coming through building 3, you're going to want to be careful of building 2 machine gunner, and what you'll do is you're going to utilize the slow lean feature. How you do that, the default keybind is Alt D or Alt A in order to get your guy to move slowly. And then if you are moved and you want to get back, you kind of just lean like this, you can hit D or A and it will straighten your guy out. So just come to this doorway, and then I think you have to crouch down and then just slowly lean over until you see this guy. Looks like, oop, whoa, don't know what that was. All right, and then just slowly until you see this guy. So I probably went a little too far, but then you just get him, and then once that guy's down, make sure there's no rogues to your right or in the middle here, and then you can just run along here, go into building 2. There's usually rogues in there, and maybe sometimes out in this little parking lot area. But then after you do that, you can go to building 2, go through building 2, and if you want to keep looting around, you can go into building 1. So I'm just going to run through here. Obviously in a real raid there's probably going to be 1 or 2 rogues in here, so you got to be careful, play a little slower. But since this is a practice raid, you can run through and without rogues. And then once you get here, you can just take out this machine gunner. He cannot reach you, so you can just take him out. There can be rogues at this corner, and then don't run through this field at all. Do not pass this, do not run in this grass patch right here, or else, because there's mines. So if you take out that building 1 guy, you can go to building 1 and whatever. But if you just want to extract from getting out of building 3 over here, what you can do is once you're in that parking lot area, you can just run through this little gate that's open right here in the corner. So I'm going to go back to show you guys completely. If you're coming out of building 3 and you kind of clear the guys, if there's any in the front of this, in front of building 2, you can just run out here and then make sure you have enough stamina, because building 1 and building 2 guy right here can shoot you when you're running through this gate, but if you're fast enough, they won't. So right here, you want to sprint, and they shouldn't have time to get you. Then you just hook to the right, keep running along here, and then some good loot is in these crates over here, this open crate. Then what I like to do is just run along the backside. And then if you have northern extract or northern checkpoint, you can just hop on these logs and jump on over. Oh, didn't really jump there. But then you can just go over here to northern extract, and then you just go back by where that truck is and you'll extract. And obviously, if you don't want to wait for armored train and you don't have northern, you always can check for the car extract, which is down this road. And it's right next to this bus. It's right there, that black car. So if that black car is there in between this car and the bus right here, then the vehicle extract is there. And I'll go down there and show you. So, as you can see, now that we're getting closer, you can see the car extract a little better. And then, just like any car extract, you have to go up to it. If you haven't played the game, you'll have to pay $5,000. But if you have gotten better scav rep or charisma rep or skill, then the car extract will be cheaper. And then if you're back here, this can be a nice little sniping place to snipe some rogues. It can be dangerous, especially if there's guys still on top of building 2 and 1, but it could be a nice sniping spot. There's the machine gunner there. There's a machine gunner right there. So you can kind of take out those guys. But that is the kind of the ways that you can go after you take building 3 and do the bridge route. And yeah, that's about it.